When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints and rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the crown.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
That's a close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, bang. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24. Yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Who's it? Like an egg! 54, 54. Check tight.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Check three. Alert.
To throw is Watson. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
You can't block me.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. They'll try the air now with Watson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run with Miller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing on second and 8. Watson. He's going to look deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on second and 8. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Watson now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a safety the last go-around. That's how we arrived at this 2-0 score. See if they can respond.
Such an oddity, isn't it? See those 2 points go up on the board, knowing
like
that
soccer.
Exactly. And knowing that you did it to give those points up for your team. Now they're just looking to get back out on the field and make up for it.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Elliott, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP. Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, watch it. 24.
Check Mike 54.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson escaping the pressure right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Miller, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson, flush to his right. He'll run it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Now this play was all about the eyes. As he rolled out to his right, he kept one eye downfield and one eye on what was in front of him, and he ended up picking up some pretty good yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Check 24. Check 24. Check.
Now it's Miller. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 10 more there and another first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right there. 54.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Eluding the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
48 Mike. 48 Mike. Oh, you got D? Mike.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. He can run. And he's in. It's a Houston Texans touchdown. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute. I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll have his man, that's Cooper. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helps back in high school.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Texans' 45-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Big Dad,
Prescott from the gun. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. Final play of the half. Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punt.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Angelo Blackson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Sliding out of the pocket and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. Running with Elliott. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Prescott. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On second down, Elliott. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Kill. Watch the shot. Watch We're going to 54. Why?
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it again with Miller. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Back to throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. Finding fouls complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big 30-yard play on third. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Under 10. 954. That's all right. 955. That's all right. Check. Check 48's the mic.
Here's Watson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jalen Smith, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Cowboys will go. Prescott, flush to his right. Complete to Jason Witten. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jason Witten, 60 yards, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Being chased out left. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
87's me. 87's me. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Watson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
On 1st down, it's Elliott, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. off by Cobb. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Prescott. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Robert Quinn in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Back to throw. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that, because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.